Hi everyone, welcome to Ventichic, the place where billionaires look for inspiration and motivation. We wish to compile a list of things poor people do and compare to those rich people do to make their lives meaningful. While there are always plenty of exceptions to these rules, not everyone's in control of those circumstances, so without further ado, let's start with the 15 bad habits of the poor that the rich never do. Number 1. Poor people watch a lot of TV. If you have the time to watch reality television, you are probably poor. You may think you only watch TV to disconnect and chill, but sometimes it's bad. Disconnecting from your problems instead of dealing with them and getting them out of the way wastes your time. Instead of watching TV, use the internet to get a quick glimpse of the world today and move on to do your own thing. Number 2. Poor people eat fast food. Health is important, but many poor people don't care about it. Poor people are destroying their bodies by eating a lot of fats and sugars that don't have any nutritional value. As a result, they can't perform at their full potential. If you're not healthy, all aspects of your life will be negatively impacted, including your physical, mental, professional, and even romantic relationships. Number 3. Poor people buy clothes or products that are on sale. Stocks are the only thing you should buy on sale. Poor people are trying to save money or stretch what they have, while rich people are trying to make more money. Think about it this way: the clothes that end up being sold are the ones that people who could afford to buy at full price didn't want. By buying clothes on sale, you just make sure you look like someone who can't afford to buy at full price. Number 4. Poor people wake up later than rich people do in their early years. Poor people are frequently lazier than rich people. Statistically speaking, a person who uses their youth to grow is significantly less likely to remain poor later in life. People who ignore their growth early on end up working harder and having less success later in life. For those of you who are watching, what do you think is the best time to wake up and start a day? Let us know in the comments below. Number 5. Poor people are really into sports. Unless you're a professional athlete or a sports team owner, you really don't need to watch sports. You're putting yourself in a position where the game's outcome has no personal bearing on you. When this behavior persists, you'll remain a spectator for the rest of your life. Number 6. Poor people don't shower as often as rich people. People who don't take care of themselves will be less successful than those who do. They will lose people's trust and make them want to spend less time with them, which will affect their personal lives. You will lose money and relationships if people dislike you and don't want to be around you. Showering early in the morning should be the first step toward success. Number 7. Poor people blame others for their misfortune. Even though there are some things we cannot control, you are the only one in charge of 99% of your life. Take action if you want to improve your relationships and health. The poor blame others when something bad happens, while the wealthy investigate. They want to know why it happened and how to avoid it again. The rich use the situation as a learning opportunity, while the poor cry. Number 8. Poor people have no money saved. An issue can be resolved immediately if you have money saved for an emergency. But what should you do if the situation is urgent and you don't have savings? You need to sell an asset like your house or car. Another choice is to obtain a loan. While the poor's lifestyle has been significantly disrupted, the rich will continue to be rich because they still have savings. Now that we're halfway through the list, if the first 8 things relate to you, send this video to your other friends to inspire them too. Number 9. Poor people use credit cards or take out loans for useless things. The rule is simple: don't take out a loan to buy something that won't bring in more money than the loan. You should only use credit for investments. Unless you're flipping Supreme gear for profit or using your iPhone to develop a new app to grow your business, these items should not be on your credit. Instead, earn money and then spend it. Don't use credit cards to get the new iPhone. Don't take a loan to buy that new Supreme gear. Number 10. Poor people tend to have more kids and earlier in life. Children are costly, and if you don't plan your family well, it can lead to severe issues. The average cost of having a child in one of the more developed nations is approximately $250,000. Poor people in their early life have more children than their wealthy counterparts. To guarantee the ideal environment and optimal conditions for their child's development, rich people wait several years until their living standards improve. Number 11. Poor people do not do regular checks. Poor people don't get their health checked regularly. If a person gets cancer, they'll be able to catch it in its early stages, saving money on treatment. In the case of poor people, they don't get checked regularly and might only find disease when it's too late, which will cost them and their entire families a fortune. No matter how much money you have, you might still die, but having options and treating it early will help improve the quality of life. Number 12. Poor people spend money before they get it. When you start borrowing or acquiring expenses before you can pay them, your life begins to spiral downward. If you don't have money for something that you're willing to part with without affecting your life, then you can't afford to go back to work. This is one of the biggest risks in life. Number 13. Poor people surround themselves with other poor people. What you surround yourself with shapes who you are. You need people in your life who are doing amazing things themselves and can motivate and inspire you. Don't surround yourself with people who want to feel better about their current situation by degrading and berating your living situation. Instead, look for friends willing to support and motivate you no matter what. At Ventichic, we strive to motivate and inspire our viewers. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell to surround yourself with positive and inspiring videos. Moving on to the next one, number 14. Poor people never follow through on their ideas or potential. When you are born, who your parents are and how society treats you are all out of your control. The amount of time you devote to your dream is the only thing you can adjust. There are only 24 hours a day, but some people accomplish more than others if they dedicate themselves to learning and putting more of what they love into practice. Your success is only a matter of time away. And number 15. Poor people believe that others should help them reach the top. No one owes you anything. Whether you believe it or not, you are alone. What happens in your life is up to you. The issue is that everyone initially believes they will succeed, but reality sets in. Instead, you should go head to head with your problems. Along the way, you might meet other people who feel the same way and share some of the journeys with you. And now we're done. We hope these 15 things we mentioned help you get to a state of self-reflection. It's time to change some habits and start moving towards the pathway of wealth. This has been Ventichic. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if it inspires you. See you in our next content, and bye for now.